guys, it's me again, reviewing BGC All-Star Games episode 3. Yeah, I just watched it. You will probably notice that I kept doing the videos one behind the other because I kept forgetting. So I did episode 1 and then I kind of watched 2 and 3 again and do the review after. So I made a few notes because I can hardly remember what happened. Alright, Amber was telling Julie that she voted for Natalie in order to stir up trouble. And Julie was like, why would I vote for Natalie to stir up trouble, like, in my own team? You know, because Amber was trying to distract everybody from the fact that she was the one who voted for, she was the other vote for Natalie. Alright, so, you know, they're going off and yeah, they were going off and you know, Amber, the girls are yelling at Amber, and I'm kind of proud of Paula because she kind of toned it down a bit since the Bad Girls Club, because I thought she was like over the top and like hella ratchet. So she kind of toned it down a bit because she was normally always yelling, always, you know, on top of her voice. But she kind of, you know, toned it down a bit. So, yeah, one up, Paula. Anyway, the girls are like yelling at Amber saying, you know, you're the one who voted for Natalie and you're fake and whatever, and they're going off and blah, 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 blah. And she's yelling and Flo is holding her back. And Flo, if you know Amber like we do, you don't have to hold Amber back. She's not going to do nothing, so there you go. Anyway, the Captain's Challenge came and they had to do it, and it was a pig challenge. And some of the girls were like, oh, they're so cute, while the other girls were like, yeah, we're scared of pigs, or it's annoying, or it's disgusting, or whatever. So the pink team went in and they realized that the pigs are fast, and Amber said her strategy was to just wait and wait until the pigs like came to her, and then she kind of looked in the thing to see if it had the ribbon, whatever it was. Alright, Flo was like getting down with the pigs. Flo was like wrestling the pigs and all down with the pigs as if she was one of them, so she won. And it was time for the purple team, to do their challenge. And Amber kind of told Natalie that the thicker one has the ribbon in it. So all the girls, like, you know, Danny got mad and was like, so you know, Amber just told Natalie that the thick one has the ribbon. So they were like, okay, we're gonna take the thick one. Thanks, Amber. Anyway, nobody liked Amber anymore, or Natalie for this matter. So let me see. Yeah, Jen was wrestling with the pig just like Flo did. So she won, and she was the captain for our purple team. And so everybody was in the house and they were strategizing and trying to see, you know, what was gonna be up for it in case, you know, each team was doing their own thing to see if they won, like who they were gonna put out. So Amber said she was going crazy, and she told Natalie that she was the second vote. So Natalie was like surprised, like, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe I'm here the whole time and you were the one who voted for me. Like, really? I'm your friend. I'm supposed to be your friend, blah, 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 blah. So they started fighting, and the other girls like ran and was watching them and stuff like that. But I believe that they kind of whispered to each other and say, let's fight, to make it look as if we, you know, broke up the alliance. I don't think the fight was real. I don't think it was. So they were yelling at each other because I don't know what Amber was yelling for and telling Natalie she's fake and blah, blah, blah. So they were yelling at each other. They were mad. And, yeah. So everybody, I guess, were looking, and I guess they wanted them to think that the alliance was like squashed, but you know it's not, because Natalie needed Amber, not for real, but just to save her ass. Anyway, they started doing the challenge, and purple team was doing well. Natalie, I think she got like 100 points, so she started ass shaking on the thing, which is funny. She's always shaking her ass. Yeah. Judy fell off when she went up. So of course she started crying. Oh, I won. I got the thing. They were like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "I got the points, but I fell off." Yeah, it was funny. So Flo went up to. They were like, "Oh, Flo is a beast, so Flo is gonna get this." Flo went up, and she lost, and she was mad. She was like, "Yo, this is some bullshit." So she was mad. So the purple team won, and they were like, never mind, because I kept forgetting. Judy fell off, yeah. Yeah, purple team won, and they were like doing their special dances, some ass shaking, some doing the, which was funny. It was funny as hell to watch. Yeah. So they were back in the house, and pink team know that they have to put two people up for elimination, and Julie always have a strategy. I have to give that to Julie. She always have a strategy. So she thought it would be a good thing to put up Paula and Amber. So she went to Paula and was telling her, when we go up to vote, like, vote for yourself and Amber. We're gonna put you in the box. We're gonna put you up. I'm sorry. And because Jen and Danny is gonna save you, but at the same time, Julie's plan would have worked out anyway, because Julie thought that if Amber didn't go home, Paula would have gone home, and it would have it would have squashed Jen. It would have it would have messed up Jen and Paula's alliance, which was a damn good idea if if that's what you want. But I kind of like Jen and Paula, so I didn't want that. Yeah. So Natalie pulls Judy aside, because she said Judy like worships her. So she pulled Judy aside and said, "Oh, if you don't vote for Amber, vote for somebody else. I guess I'm gonna be your Twitter friend. I'm gonna be your Facebook friend." And Judy was kind of buying it, and that was pathetic. Like, she was like, "Oh, Natalie is I guess she said Natalie was a successful girl and she could be her friend and blah 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 blah." That was pathetic, Judy. Like, even for you, that's really pathetic. Yeah. So, because you want to be, you want to be somebody's Twitter friend and Facebook friend or whatever. Anyway, that's pretty pathetic. That, to me, that's social suicide. Anyway, the girls started to talk. In the pink team, like, they started talking in the backyard about who they were gonna put up and stuff, and Judy started crying because I guess she made a deal with the devil, and she was like, "Oh, this is so hard." She started crying as usual. Judy would cry over anything, so yeah. So it was time for them to vote, and Paula, dumbass, decided to be the decoy. She took the bait and decided to be the decoy. Like, Paula, don't ever do that again, Paula. Don't ever do that again. That's stupid. Don't ever put yourself in the box. You're there to, like, win the challenge for $100,000. Don't let anybody get into your head and tell you be a decoy. Don't ever be a decoy. Somebody else would have to. If that was me, somebody else would have to be the decoy. I'm not being the decoy, because you don't know when things can go wrong. People can go back on their word, and then you get sent home for what? For what? So you can say you have a friend, or can say you stick by your word. I can stick by my word not to be the decoy. That's how I would do it. But that's just me. Anyway, in the end, Judy voted for Amber. She played them, which I was surprised, because Judy is normally pathetic and always want to be somebody's friend or somebody's sister. I guess because she's an only child. But she played them, and Amber was mad, and the girls started to fight, and she was yelling at them. And Flo was smart, because I guess Flo didn't want to piss Julie and Danny off, so she was like, "Okay, I'll vote last. Like, Flo, nah. If you were like badass like you claimed, you would have, you would have sticked it out for your friend. You would have voted for somebody else and tried to get the heat off Amber, but you didn't. So, whatever, Flo. So the purple team got home and they saw who were up, and Natalie went off. And she was yelling and whatever, and she went to Amber and was like, "Who put you up? And that's bad for them," and blah blah blah. And she was going off and saying they did exactly what they were not supposed to do, blah 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 blah. So Natalie went in the room. She said she was gonna like intimidate people or make their life a living hell, whatever. Make their lives, actually all of them, lives a living hell. But she went in the room and she was like, "Wake up, bitches! Make my breakfast, whatever." And she throws a bottle on Julie, like throw the bottle in the bed on Julie, and the liquor like fell in Julie's face, and Julie just laid there like a dumbass. Julie, I guess it has been proven, like, you don't fight unless the person is smaller than you, or unless the person is like outnumbered and you feel like they're gonna get jumped. Like Christina was smaller than you. You fought Rima because you thought that everybody else was gonna jump in and help you, and you jumped Andrea because she was outnumbered. Like, you only fight if you feel like the odds are against the other person that you're fighting, which is a punk move. That's what I call a punk move, because people like to say, "Oh, to run up on somebody is a punk move." No, if I run up on you towards your face and start hitting, that's not a punk move. I didn't take you from behind. You see me coming. You could have guarded yourself, right? So that's what I call a punk move. Fighting somebody that is much smaller than you and jumping them at the same time. Like Julie, you only fight, like, you could have gotten up and flung that bottle back at Natalie, but you didn't. So you're a punk, Julie. Anyway, Amber, I guess she thought that if she, go around and talk to the girls, it would change up, their strategy or whatever to vote for her or not. So she started, talking to a few girls and say, "Oh, you have to look a strategy. You have to look a strategy. Keep me here, and I guess you'll have an ally," whatever else they say behind the scenes. But I guess she tried to tell like Danny and Erica and stuff like, the best thing would be to keep me here and whatever, be a part of my alliance, blah 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 blah. And the girls were like, "Well, we don't know who we're voting for yet, but guess what? You're lying. Everybody knows who they're voting for. Like, don't give me that crap about, oh, when I go in the elimination room, that's when I'm gonna know." You know right then and there. From you saw the two people that are up for elimination, you already go through that process in your head saying, that's the person I'm gonna vote for. Right? So don't even. Because everybody like to say, "Oh, I guess they don't want Amber to feel bad," or they felt bad for Amber by saying, "Oh, I don't know who I'm going to vote for yet, so I don't know, let's see when I go in the elimination room." But Danny seems like she was thinking about it, because when she was talking about strategy, I guess, it made sense to her. But, with Erica was also saying, "Oh, I don't know who I'm voting for yet, but you guys know who you're voting for." So in the end, they voted, and Amber went home and she was like, "I'm not saying anything to any of these bitches. I'm just going because, they're all fake." But Paula, like, seriously, Paula, don't ever do that again. She said she would never do it again. She won't be the decoy anymore. And, but Paula, don't ever do that. That's a weak ass move. Don't ever let anybody, like, get into your head and tell you to vote against yourself. Like, you're there for yourself. You're not there for anybody. Like, when it comes down to it, screw all the alliances in the end, because it comes down to one person winning the challenge. I guess the only two people can be there that the only two people that are there, they can say, "Oh, it doesn't matter which one of us are the twins, because they're sisters. They're gonna split the money anyway." So Paula, when it boils down, it's just you. So don't ever do that again. And I guess yeah, they voted Amber out. She's going home. I guess next week some drama is gonna get stirred up between Flo and Jen, and they're gonna duke it out, and it should be good. It should be good, because Jen is little, but she's hard, and Flo likes to run her mouth. She looks like a man in a wig. I don't like her anymore, and it would be nice to see Flo get her ass beat. So, I don't know if I should say subscribe yet, but I guess like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you think of my reviews. And I'll see you next week. Bye.